Sometimes I feel as though community colleges such as SPC are uniquely and sort of beautifully positioned as no other institution is. Whether it's a young person who maybe is returning to school, or a person who maybe didn't take advantage of earlier opportunities somehow, or it's an older person who's lost his job or lost his career and has to retrain. There's no other sort of institution that's so perfectly positioned to take advantage and help people from a number of different walks of life, don't you think?
Let me answer your question by saying you are 100% right. And not only are you 100% right, it's dangerous when we fail to understand and to appreciate that. I will say to you that I believe that community colleges have become incredibly important over the last 5 years or so, especially in the overall global scheme of things. And as you take a look at the changes that have occurred in our society, you take a look at the unusual complexities that have taken place in our global economy in terms of what it takes to succeed. You take a look at the last 3 or 4 years and the complicated nature of the recession and what's happening with employment and what's required of the skill set in order for you to be successful in this environment. Community colleges have taken on an even more incredibly important role in preparing all of us to be better prepared to participate in that process. And so I would argue that the role of community colleges have clearly increased dramatically. And I believe that's why the president has made community colleges such a cornerstone of his policy of how we deal with providing a fundamentally strong foundation for the economy, if you will, to grow in terms of its ability to be able to handle a larger labor force, of being able to employ a larger labor force. So I will share with you that you're right. Community colleges will be a critical engine in providing for a major portion of that growth, because so many of the people that will be in need of employment or will be able that will need to sustain their employment will be those individuals that in many cases will not have the opportunity to go to universities, that will not have the opportunity to go to larger institutions in that way, but yet will still need that training, but yet will still need that perhaps improvement in their skill set, yet will still be in need of taking a clear existing talent and molding that talent in such a way that they can become a valuable source for the economy and therefore more likely to be hired in the marketplace.